Second season running, it's Monte Carlo that's going to host the season opener for the AIF Star Championship. 2 weeks ago, we were in Bahrain, where Rolf Stommelen took race victory, his 5th in a row, and the title. And having graduated to AIC, he won on debut yesterday here in Monaco, leading home Patrick Depailler, his teammate, and another graduate from the Star Championship. So, with a new season, we've got plenty of new candidates who may follow in their footsteps. And that's evidenced by the fact that the top 4 on the grid are all rookies. On pole position then, Christian Fittipaldi, a rookie coming up from Formula Junior. He's taken Sebastian Bourdais' seat at Supernova, with Bourdais graduating to the AIC with Ligier. Second on the grid, a new team and a new driver, Mark Seurer for March Engineering. He leads their charge with teammate Bruno Giacomelli in 4th. They're split by the techno of Jean-Pierre Jabouis, taking the seat of Joe Siffert alongside Jorge Pantano, a fantastic performance from the rookie. 5th, the highest returning driver in the championship and the highest returning driver on the grid. Rainer Wiesel was 4th last season for Project 4 and got a late call up to stay on for another season when Patrick Depailler was called up to race in the AIC. 6th is Nigel Mansell, another rookie, taking Rad Dougal's seat. Dougal won here last season and put together a stunning campaign that saw him finish 3rd overall. However, it's unlikely that we'll see that repeated by Mansell this season. Jorge Pantano, 7th, the second techno, returning to the same team for his 7th season. Stefan Beloff will enter his 3rd season, his 2nd for Mara Motorsport. He leads their charge. 9th, another rookie, Satoru Nakajima, protege of Honda, who supply engines to Lotus and Aston Martin. He's the lead Fairfade car as they hope to bounce back from a difficult season. Desiree Wilson stays on for Scramante. She rounds out the top 10 ahead of Roberto Guerrero, who returns for Maurer Motorsport. 12th, Raul Boisel has moved from Fairfade to Project 4, but it seems to have done little to improve his fortune. He starts 12th. Then Laurent Redon, 13th, and Alicia Salazar, 14th for Supernova and Fairfade, respectively. They remain where they were last team's position on the grid. 15th, a rather rare sight, Martin Ravenstuck has outqualified Johnny Adam, but Aston Martin are at the back of the grid as usual. The other thing of note today, at this rather sweltering temperature of 31 degrees in Monaco, is that everybody is obliged to use the medium tyres. The AIF, the governing body, have changed the rules ahead of this season, which will see refuelling introduced in races. But the trade-off for having in-race refuelling is that only one tyre compound may be used during the race. This weekend, it is the medium tyre, so we will only see that in action, but we will see drivers on a variety of different fuel loads. We'll see probably a lot of field spread, and it's all going to be very unpredictable, isn't it?
Yep, very much so. It's something that's wanted to be introduced by a select couple, well, notably only one person really, and that was the old ARC team, which is rather pointless now because it's been replaced by March Engineering, because the ARC project has turned into the Alfa Romeo team in AIC, but no less it's going to be of note, I think, how this format goes. It's going to be a test, but hopefully it will produce good results for this championship as it enters its 7th season. Christian Fittipaldi then, one of the favourites on pole position, as we have the lights ahead of us for the start of the 7th season of the AIF Star Championship. And we are underway in Monte Carlo. Fittipaldi remains from pole position as he heads down to turn 1. A few overtakers at the back. Mansell has got past Wiesel, who's dropped back. Pantano up past Beloff as Mansell's trying to get into the top 4. The two marchers fighting each other as well. Jabouis got into second, so a good start for him. He's the man who won Formula Junior last season in only, I think, either it was his 3rd or 2nd season, I can't quite remember. But it was a rather marvellous effort for him when he was racing for Alfa Romeo, who have now entered AIC. But he's got Seurer battling him again down into those hairpin, and it's allowing Fittipaldi to break away, which is probably expected. It must be said, Fittipaldi is the man who's favoured to win this championship, but I would say you have to have a bit of caution on that one across the whole season. Here it might be different, because if you're in the lead, it's pretty easy.
Yeah, but we have no idea this season with what the fuel loads are in a 44 lap rate. Johnny Adam, with a magnificent start, has gained 9 positions. He's up to 5th already. So Johnny Adams gained 11 positions thus far on lap 1. and we can only assume that's because he is running spectacularly light. And of course, you may have drivers running until, lap 16, whereas other drivers may only be going until lap 8. So we really have such a strong disparity in the weights of the cars at the moment. Fittipaldi may be leading at the moment. If he pits 4 laps before Suhr, he's going to be right back in touch with Suhr. Adam goes up to 4th place.
Yeah, terrific start from the Aston Martin. It seems like he's quite underfueled. We don't really know what they're doing. I'd probably wager it's probably close to something to fault. I don't know what's going on there, but it might be of annoyance to this field, I suspect, because he's going to be quite light. There is no way he is not really light, because Ravenstuk is also making progress and he's into the top 10 and he never really gets even close to his teammate.
Well, yeah, be out-qualified today. I think it's a fair bet that the Aston Martins are probably the 2 lightest cars in the field.
Well, I think they're ridiculously light.
Very
There's no way that they'll be this quick. I don't know.
Unless, well, yeah.
I don't think it's even a question of a couple of laps. I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like 5 or 6 for most people.
Well, we'll find out. But Fittipaldi still needs another good start of note from Satoru Nakajima up to 7th. Raul Boysel's up to 9th. The big losers, Vizsel from 5th down to 11th. That's the sort of performances we used to see from him at Chevron. Back when he was racing for them in the championship and he used to lose.
I think it would be
off the start. Panton has also lost a lot as well.
Not be very encouraging for Salazar being at the back of this field while his new teammate is running in the top 10. He had a difficult season last time, but was the better Ferrafade of the 2 drivers who were there, which was Boesel alongside him, who's managed to somehow scam his way to a Project 4 seat. Whoever's in charge of that team is a rather idiot. I think is just an idiot, really. Had perfect opportunity to go for other drivers and has gone for the Brazilian Boesel, but there we are. Fittipaldi leading by 2 seconds, got a clear lead. This is just what happens if you are at the front, really.
Yeah, but I think he's light. I think Supernova, obviously all the fuel loads are selected before qualifying. I think Supernova...
No, I think this is pretty routine.
It's a good position.
I think this is pretty...
I mean, it is routine, but Johnny Adam gained 13th place on the first lap.
Oh yes, but that's Aston Martin versus the Supernovas are competitive. Although they've had their best season last time with Bourdais, they are always usually at least top 5 competitive in races.
Yeah, well, no, what I'd say about Raul Boesel is a lot of people thought that Project 4 selected Jerry Birrell 2 seasons ago, that was a big mistake. But Birrell put
that was a big mistake, I think, really, because they could have gone for better people and won the championship, even if he did do well. I still think it was a mistake. But anyway, travelling through now, Suhr finally going a bit quicker than Fittipaldi, although I believe that's because he used some boost. Indeed it is.
Yeah.
What's going to happen with the DRS here? Is Jabouille in trouble?
Jabouille.
No, yeah, he's in trouble. Although, I don't think Giacomelli will get past... No, just about does. It's long enough. Bad news for Jabouille then. Good news for Suhr, Fittipaldi and Adam. More so, Suhr and Fittipaldi.
Yeah.
As Adam passes Suhr.
I'm trying to work out where there's a break in the field, because they all seem... There doesn't seem to be a particularly large gap, which if you were to be looking for where you think the 4 stoppers end and the 3 stoppers begin, there's nowhere really in the field that looks like it's forming a large gap. I know that with March, for example, they've confirmed that one of their cars is 3 stopping, the other is 4 stopping. I'd hazard to guess Suhr is the one making 4 stops, but there's not much between them. So I'm trying to work out. Well, we'll find out when the pit stops come into play. But Johnny Adam is doing a fantastic job. He almost won a race several seasons ago now, at the start of season 4. But he's not closing too much on Fittipaldi, but he's gapping Suhr, so he must be light. And the dirty air, Suhr I think is going to lose DRS here.
He didn't have DRS anyway. Sorry, Suhr, yes, he will do, potentially. And does. Jabouille's going to get DRS on Giacomelli, so that's going to be an instant swapping of positions and trying to close up to the back of Suhr, but I think that's going to be difficult. Unlikely as well, with Jabouille being pressured by Giacomelli. He's got similar pace anyway. Fittipaldi out in front has still got the 2-second lead, although probably have to ignore Adam. There's no way he's going to be there by the end of the race. Surely. He's 3.2 seconds ahead of Mark Schurer, the other debutant, the Swiss, in the March Engineering car. As Jabouille has Giacomelli and Mansell behind him, and then a bit of a gap to Nakajima's holding up Beausel.
Yeah, I can't remember I don't. The only fuel load that I know for absolute certain I can remember is Fittipaldi's first stint. I can't remember the rest.
You have to have my personal opinion on this new rule. I think it's a load of bollocks, to be quite honest with you. I don't know why it's been introduced to appease a man who's has technically left the series anyway. But we won't get more into that.
I can tell you exactly why the rule's introduced, because certain factors within the governing body wanted to introduce it in the AIC as a compromise. The AIF president said, we will introduce it in the Star Championship to demonstrate why it should not be brought back for the main championship. Yeah. And, well, if it produces terrible racing and a lot of problems, then we'll see. But at the moment, it's all a bit routine, but I think Jabouille's about to lose a position again.
Yeah, that's just going to continue happening, I'm afraid, for him. He's rather got stuck now because of the earlier part of the race when Adam intervened.
Yeah, Mansell's threatening him
as
a bit.
Adam continues to close in on Fittipaldi, and surely will be in quite soon, I would think, given the pace he's going at. There is no way he could be running well then. Ooh.
Fittipaldi, I'm pretty sure, is making his first stop at the end of lap 8, which means Adam must be going until this lap or next lap, or he's legitimately that fast.
There's just no way I can see that given where Ravenstuk is, unless Ravenstuk's been trained to such
Ravenstuk's dreadful.
Yes, I know, and he's featuring in the top 10. Maybe that's the car, but I really doubt it. Even with a good car, Ravenstuk has looked like absolute shite before.
Yes.
As Giacomelli uses his boost to close up to the back of Schurer, so that's going to basically keep that group sort of together now. Because I don't think
Schurer will use the boost.
Yeah, he'll use boost, but it won't gain him that much compared to just running out clean in front. And it will close up both Jabouille and Mansell as well, so... and then everyone else behind.
Mansell's looking very good. I'm impressed by Mansell. He's looking very good, and Nakajima for that matter.
Yeah. Unfortunately, he's looking quite good. Yeah, that's
not
really...
a gap form.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be a huge disparity. There's going to be people who are running,
and I think, as I predicted now, Schurer Schurer's lost out there in terms of his time, because he's basically the same amount he was ahead before he used his boost. So now that's a risk.
I wonder if it's push level. I do wonder if it's push level. I would have said that going high push level would be too much for the tyres, because yesterday the tyres were really struggling.
I just don't see how Adam could be this much quicker than everyone else behind him. Maybe, it's ridiculous. He can't be nearly 2 seconds faster than third behind, really, I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless
I don't think they're making enough time. Because if Fittipaldi's pitting, I think at the end of next lap, he's going to be about 5 seconds.
Yeah, but then again, you might say that the guys behind might not even go much longer anyway. And their tyres have to be considered.
To make a 2-stop work, I'm confused now, because March said one car was 3-stopping, one car was 4-stopping. I thought it'd be a 3 or a 2. So we're going to see. This is going to be... A lot is still to play for. I wouldn't bet on anything at this stage of the race, but let's see. Sierra's about to lose a position, is he?
No, I think he's far enough.
Not quite close enough. Yeah, I think Sierra's lighter than his teammate.
Potentially, yeah. So Adam's either going to be in this lap. If he goes a lap longer, that's ridiculous.
I'm pretty sure Fittipaldi's in this lap. That's what my memory tells me.
That car must be running on... If he goes a lap long, that car must be running on absolutely... I don't know.
Or Aston Martin that produced one... But I was going to say, they can't have produced that good a car because they qualified on the back row, but unless it's got...
the only reason I can think Ravenstuk is doing a bit better is because the car is quite good early in the season and he's been trained to be improved. But Aston Martin don't really do that. At least the Star team, I should say. They don't really focus on it.
I think Beloff and Guerrero and Salazar are all running pretty long. So I wouldn't be too impressed by Ravenstedt being the top 10. Because Beloff, I'm pretty sure, is going for 2 stops. It worked for him last season. Got him on the podium. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't be too impressed by Ravenstedt being amongst people who are that. Anyway, Adam pits, Fittipaldi doesn't.
Yeah, okay,
so Fittipaldi's going a lap longer.
Yeah, the thing is about the AI is they might actually go longer with the fuel, because they do that. They do sometimes save, so that's actually kind of a bad thing in general, because you could save enough to go longer than the lap you're supposed to pit on, but not enough to go to the end of the next lap that you're just about to start.
Indeed, and then you run out of fuel. And we could actually see a lot of fuel retirements that aren't caused by ARC.
It's basically the worst thing. It's why AI leagues with refueling are absolutely stupid. Because I used to do them back in the day, and it was very bad. But anyway, Giacomelli is now ahead of his teammate and is in second place.
Adams rejoined, I think, about 6 seconds in arrears of Alicia Salazar. And
not too bad. But to be fair, Monaco...
The tyres are not an issue.
Yeah.
For 3 seconds, actually. The tyres aren't an issue here, because the mediums have such great life that you can basically run them for, half the race, and it's fine. Guerrero did that last season.
You wonder if he'll struggle now with more fuel in his car and no one to work with. He might just keep dropping back now.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. It'll be interesting when Giacomelli pits to see what the overcut's like. Giacomelli with a 34.
Sure, struggling.
Oh, no, it's not, sorry. 34.5 for Giacomelli in the middle sector. What's Adam going to... So Fittipaldi's in there. Only 2:10, so Adam's not losing out too badly. I think he's stopping, though. I think Johnny Adam will. Fittipaldi's in. Fittipaldi might rejoin right on the back of Salazar.
Anyway, Jabouille's going to get past Shearer, so Shearer is now in deep trouble.
Ansel might get him as well.
No. Oh, yeah, just about. That must have been boost, because there was no way he got past him before that started happening. Good news for Giacomelli, although not actually. I thought Jabouille was going to get past, but yeah, we'll look back at Fittipaldi and where he is. He's in 15th, very far ahead of Adam, and he was only about 1.5 or something seconds ahead, so he is using boost now though, so that probably did create a lot of the gap. And he's up behind Salazar, who's Salazar can't keep going on like this in his career because it's not really going to go anywhere for him. That said, it was already
ironically the best he ever looked at Verifame
was when he joined.
4 races at the end of the season, and he got
which he went.
Places,
which I don't think he was even supposed to do, was he? That was just it just happened.
That was the season when they ran about 7 drivers and won a load of races. But
yeah, Jabouille's struggling. Yeah, no one can really compete with Giacomelli, and it's going to cost Jabouille 2 positions.
I think Giacomelli will be in this lap. I reckon Giacomelli's in this lap.
Okay, well that's interesting.
That's my guess. We'll see. Well, he's not. I'm wrong. I've guessed incorrectly. But Mansell's looking fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be up into second. I think you can get DRS behind Giacomelli next lap.
Nigel Mansell for... I thought repeating what Dougal did would be nigh on impossible.
Okay,
however...
Well, he's used a bit more boost than Giacomelli though, because Giacomelli hadn't used it in the previous lap and didn't get passed by Jabouille. And now Bossel was passed.
Is that Fittipaldi and Adam are lapping quicker than Giacomelli.
Yeah.
Adam did the fastest lap of the race last time around.
I think that's just
How many stops is he doing? Do you think he's 5 stopping?
Sorry, what did you say?
See Johnny Adam
fast.
Do you think that's...
Adam.
Oh
yeah, Adam did.
The race.
Yeah, Adam did. I think that was because of boost, because Fittipaldi had already used his. I don't think that was really representative.
Yeah, Fittipaldi didn't use any in the first stint because he was out front unchallenged.
Yeah, what I mean is Fittipaldi's time is probably way more representative of where they've come out because he used boost, but yet it was about 1.7 seconds slower because of the time spent behind Salazar. Adam was in free air and used his boost to do a 25. Yes, I know, but
that was Fittipaldi.
True that. But Adam did use boost to get close to
they're lapping
Fittipaldi.
similarly.
Yeah.
Fittipaldi's matching. Boisel in. So Boisel and Ravenstuck. So Ravenstuck actually running a reasonable length stint, and he was in the points.
Yeah.
And Mansell now is really charging. He's got the DRS. Here comes Mansell. Is he going to go to the lead?
No. too
tries
far.
it, but not this lap.
He might pass him though up
This is
here.
a really extraordinary run that
I
I
think
was
he's going to
certainly not
pass him.
expecting.
He looks quicker.
This is extraordinary.
If you can get him down here on this run near to the Lowe's hairpin, yeah, you could do it. It is admittedly difficult. Where are those
Remove
guys?
the Boysel's going to allow Nakajima to close up.
Okay, outlap. Those laps then for Adam and Fittipaldi. 26. Yeah, that's kind of more like it, really. That's what I was saying, though. Like, Adam was in free air and used his boost to do a 25.
Yeah.
They're doing
Guerrera's
similar
dropped
times.
Salazar, and Salazar's dropped Fittipaldi.
And consider the fact that they've been on these tyres for a couple of laps now, so it's going to be even more difficult later on. What will be important... Yeah, what's important is where these guys are in terms of the positions on the track. If they're stuck up behind people, it's bad, but if they're running clean, then it'll be fine.
Will Sura be dropped by Mansell? Will Sura still a DRS? Because Mansell's going to go to the lead.
Yeah.
Without a doubt, he's going to go to the lead. Does Sura maintain DRS range? He doesn't.
No,
So Jabou's going to get Sura. So bad news for March on lap 13. Unlucky. So Mansell goes to the lead, but Giacomelli's on the boost and keeps it.
Indeed.
I still think that's beneficial for Mansell.
It's starting to look like a real 1980s mix-up here. Giacomelli, Mansell, Jabou, Sura, Nakajima, and Belov. Well, North is set because that's 70s, but anyway. Pressing on
in
here.
the battle of the leaders, Fittipaldi with a terrible first sector, but to be fair, Giacomelli's on the boost, but Adam's really pressuring Fittipaldi now. And Fittipaldi's really holding up the English.
Yeah, they're just doing similar times, aren't they? Well, they're losing time because they're stuck
Mansell
up
and
behind Salazar.
Giacomelli have disappeared out front. I think March have lied.
Yeah,
to
Mansell's
me
on
when
the
they told
boost.
me their strategy. March told me their strategy. I think they've lied to me about what
Nakajima passed Shura, so and although he has used more boost, Shura hasn't decided to react. And here comes Belov now, who presumably is on a longest. Well, actually, we can't really say that now because these guys are going quite long.
These guys got all gone longer than I thought. Who's going to be in? I thought people would be in by now. I really thought more drivers would have pitted. But they're not.
They don't need to, though, do they?
This is strange. It's all very strange.
They don't need to, because Fittipaldi and Adam are nowhere near to overtaking them, and they're going to be on much fresher tyres. They might just end up being balanced out in the same kind of stint, and be ahead on the track. Because Adam and Fittipaldi are making no progress. Fittipaldi's not even near Salazar.
Yeah. No, he's dropped back and Salazar's really slow. I thought people would have pitted. I thought everyone would have pitted by now.
It looks like Jabou's now trying to break away from the group behind him. But Giacomelli and Mansell were sorted as a group that's just helping each other to get away from everyone else. But yeah.
I think it's the inaccuracy of the fuel data that's meant people are running far longer on their tanks than they.
Yeah, that's the annoying thing. You can't put. You can't set an actual stop lap to ensure yourself of not running out of fuel. You have to set the amount of fuel that goes into the car when you stop. It's a bit annoying. So
comfortably as well. Surely he's in this. I mean, I can't believe that everyone's run so long, apart from the 4 who've pitted so far.
Indeed. Belov's gonna. Okay, Mansell is in
at last.
So he is lightest of that group.
And no one else. And no one else.
No. So where does Mansell come into this is the question. He'll be on his own.
Well, I think ahead of Boisel and behind Adam.
Well, yes. The good thing, although not good thing in general in terms of management, is how quick stops are actually.
Yes, it's terrible. They should take a lot longer.
Because a refueling stop should probably really put him behind even Boisel if it was real life, but in fact not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elof is starting to march.
Okay, Adam and they're still nowhere near Salazar though. They're together, but they're not really going anywhere, and they're gonna start feeling.
Salazar's lighter though.
Yeah. Yeah, but they're gonna start feeling the effects of the tyres. They needed to make the hay earlier. No, but they needed to make.
Wait.
No, but they needed to make. They needed to make their you know, a lot of it now, really, rather than later on. And Fittipaldi's now even struggling to keep up with Adam.
Yeah, well, Adam's lighter, and Adam is the only man doing personal bests at the moment.
I mean, he's lighter, but...
Vettel gets Nakajima.
Not much more.
Who's in this lap then?
So Vettel's now starting to come
Giacomelli out of fuel.
back.
Giacomelli out of fuel.
Oh, that's funny.
Giacomelli, that's going to cost him a lot.
Yeah, he might actually be behind... Will he be behind Jabwi?
Jabwi's caught.
He's caught him, but he's not going to be...
Mansell, for sure.
Oh, he will be ahead, won't
yeah,
he?
He's...
Yeah, because that's really slow. That's unfortunate for Giacomelli. This is the problem with the refueling it.
Bad news for Sura in the other March. Sura's lost to 3-4 places.
I wonder if Sura will run out of fuel as well when he has
to
make a stop.
Yeah, I think he must. And Johnny Adams now really motoring.
Yeah, that's really... And look how far Mansell was ahead of Jabwi. That's,
Yeah, Giacomelli running out of fuel's cost him there because he's now back with Ravenstuck, and Ravenstuck pitted 5 laps ago and was 10th before he stopped.
Yeah, and he's looked quick in the race.
Really a net 4th place.
I don't know if this is a good thing for Jabwi and not having Boesel in front of him. Yeah, because he used his boost.
Boesel pitted before him.
He used his boost to get past.
Oh yes, fair enough. That would explain things.
But he probably will be quicker, so this is probably... Well, that doesn't really mean anything for Jabwi, does it?
Adam's catching.
It just looked really good for Mansell, I must say.
This is going to be a race win for Johnny. I'll tell you who it looks good for, was Stefan Beloff.
Oh yes, him too, yeah. And Vazel's now in this as well again. Rather amazingly.
Let's come back to Vazel, but Vazel's going to get done by now. So
and sure, oh, he's run out of fuel even earlier. He's at the bloody swimming pool. Oh dear. Oh, he's going to lose like millions of places.
He's going to be lost. Sierra's going to be lost comfortably. He's going to be well behind Ravenstuck.
Well, that's
Johnny comes in now.
Yeah, the problem now though is every other stint is going to be affected by that as well. Because they might have pit a lap earlier and they're just having this effect now. So it'll probably affect them on all the next stops and what have you. So it's not good. It's the problem with this game though, because you can't when it's refueling, you can't set the stop lap in the same way that you can without refueling.
Absolute disaster. Sura comes through Sandevot now, and they're already at the top of the hill. It's a disaster.
Indeed it is. Anyway, let's keep on the progress of Mansell. He's only 3.3 seconds ahead of Adam and Fittipaldi.
He's got the boost on though. He's catching them, and they've caught Salazar.
So that's what I mean though. He's doing very well here. Who's not doing very well is everyone behind him really, because Boesel was in the way of Jabwi, but is quicker. But
yeah, but how's Boesel got up there?
I just told you.
Well, he'll be lighter. Yeah, sorry.
He pit earlier.
He will be lighter though.
Yeah, no, he's been lighter, but he was up there anyway. He was in the top 5. He was ahead of his teammate. It's just because now he's lighter. This has gone really well for Vazel.
Beloff out of fuel. Beloff out of fuel.
Oh dear. He's run out less. He's run out at least.
And Adam in as well.
Yeah, it's still going to affect him.
For Adam.
That said, though, he's quite early on in the pit lane, it seems, as the game decides to.
No, but he's
glitch itself.
Cost him.
Yeah, it will cost him, but it won't cost him as much as it has other people.
So, what about Guerrero then? Because Guerrero
it really hasn't actually. It hasn't really cost Beloff that much at all. He's still ahead of Jabwi. He's fine.
Stefan Beloff with a lucky escape.
Not really.
Adam makes his second stop, and he is comfortably ahead of Mark Sierra.
Yeah.
So Sierra's really been in trouble.
Yeah, Mansell continuing to close in on this group here. Yeah, where's Adam? Yeah, he's now got no advantage though. He's got no advantage now though.
He's basically got a 1 lap overcut on most of them.
Yeah,
and it's not going to really help.
Yeah. He's using boost to close up to the back of them, and he's gonna struggle to pass these guys. Yeah, they'll be happy.
I think Aston Martin would be happy to beat March anyway if they beat Sierra.
Well, yeah, but
what about Pansno Guerrero?
Really going to be on
top
there,
3. 3 drivers yet to stop. When are they going to make it into the pits without running out of fuel? I wonder.
I think it's just a March problem.
Going to be a problem. No, but it happens to Beloff. So Pansno makes it in safety. Guerrero.
Oh, Guerrero. Okay, so it's another matter. But he's run out. He's run out at a better place. Yeah, he's run out basically.
Yeah, he ran out basically the same as Beloff.
so it won't affect him too much.
So I wonder if Pantano will jump Beloff. Would that put Pantano in a position to win this race? If he can jump Stefan Beloff.
I don't think he will.
Let's see. He's coming out the pits now, Giorgio Pantano. The second most experienced driver on the grid. He is behind Beloff and behind Jabwi, but only just. I think that's a very good position for Pantano. Guerrero, not so good.
Yeah, he wasn't anywhere anyway. He was running right at the back with Salazar and Wilson. So
too heavy, I think. So Fittipaldi,
well, he's ahead of them
still.
because early on in the race he was about 15th and only ahead of Salazar. So at least now he's going. Well, the problem is he's going longer though, and he'll probably struggle initially. The bigger thing is that there's this massive group that Nakajima is sort of creating. Back to the front though, Fittipaldi 1.8 seconds ahead of Mansell. Surely will be in within the next 2 laps.
Johnny Adams motoring. He's just passed Desiree Wilson at the.
Wow! Congratulations to him.
He's going to get Guerrero out in the tunnel, I think, as well. I think it's 3 wide.
Yeah, but he's.
Johnny Adams is motoring. I think he's going to be 5-stopping or something completely ridiculous. But anyway,
I mean, you say he's motoring. He's passing some of the lowlifes of this race.
He passes Guerrero. I call Guerrero a lowlife, but
yeah, well, this race
Wilson
he has been. That's for sure. He's been
nowhere. He's been
nowhere.
very heavy. Anyway, Giacomelli passes Vizelle. That's boost, as Pantano is going to get freight train. Giacomelli's decided
that's
not
unfortunate
to be held
thing.
up behind the Italian.
Yeah, that's going to stunt his progress, isn't it? Fucking Ravenstruck though. I'm more impressed with what Ravenstruck is doing than that. Which is amazing to say, but I think that's just based on how bad Ravenstruck has been for seasons.
Ravenstruck is appalling. Oh, I tell you, Mark Sears passed.
Even if he is a 30 talent compared to Adam, who's what, 19?
23.
23, only
23.
Yeah, well. But
Fittipaldi, lead Mansell and Boiselle. So you were earlier. You were very rude about Raul Boiselle. Would you like to wait until
no, I
the
wouldn't.
race or say something now?
Because I would say he's the lightest of this group by far, apart from Fittipaldi. I'd say I would be impressed with Boiselle if he was where Fittipaldi was, but he ain't. So
Boost going on. Nakajima's very heavy by the looks of it, because he's holding up a lot of people. But anyway, Mansell's closing still on Fittipaldi.
Regardless, he definitely did not deserve
young
the Project
tyres.
Forward drive based on last season.
Oh no, certainly not. He scored single figures of points last season. It was dreadful. But anyway.
Yeah, Jabby's dropped Beloff, which is bad, isn't it? Because he's got Giacomelli, Vassell.
Giacomelli's about to get Beloff.
Yeah.
And Ravenstruck.
And you'd have to say he's going to be... Yeah, he's going to keep running out of fuel, isn't he? Although he might now. Will he now? Because he's going a lap later, isn't he? I don't know.
Well, we'll see. We'll just end up being far too heavy in the final stint because the load won't adjust. So he'll just end up being far too heavy in the last.
Well, it depends on how much fuel's been set.
The move he needs to.
Yeah, you have to be more careful with the amount of fuel you set based on the track, basically. You have to account for the push level.
March and Maurer being the two teams who've had problems, and they've had it on both cars. So
it's easy to do. Yeah, no, it's easy to do though because you just look at the figures that you get and you think, yeah, that's correct, but it's not because you have to account for everything. Even if you have the extra ability to know the fuel based on the push level for the practice lap. I've tried that before and it's actually not really that accurate at all. It's you just need to do a bit of guessing.
Gap out front, 1.4 seconds out front. I thought Fittipaldi would be in that lap.
Yeah, he's going quite long, isn't he?
Yeah. So let's see, 1.44 across the line. Fittipaldi leads Mansell. Boiselle 7 seconds back. The thing is, there's such massive field spreads here that it's actually working out quite well for someone who's as light as Boiselle. As I think Adam's just got into the DRS of Pantano. Adam is back in the points. I think this is a great example of why refueling is an utterly terrible thing to exist in this game, because Adam is doing basically a billion pit stops, but by being so light or on a fresh tire, whatever it is, he's just making up.
Yeah, but his advantage is not going to be as much as it is now. Look at the advantage Fittipaldi's going to have compared. He's going to be He's going to be ahead of Adam,
Yeah.
possibly, or just
He
behind
should
him.
be, yeah.
And
Well, I will reserve my further criticism until the race is finished, in case.
like, there's probably,
but...
given the pace that he had in the first stint, there's probably more to be made out of just sticking with Fittipaldi, is what I'm saying. Because he had a similar fuel load to Fittipaldi in the first stint.
Yeah, he's only one
and
lap
was as
shorter.
competitive. And then, of course, he was faster in the second one because he's been this light. But he could have just stayed out there.
I'd argue, actually, Pits.
Yeah.
So, will Mansell overcut Fittipaldi? Mansell could overcut Fittipaldi
so.
Here.
And Bosel's in.
And Boisellen as well.
And Fittipaldi runs out of fuel, but runs out of fuel in the pit lane, so it won't really do anything for him. Something to watch out for.
Yeah, well, he went a lot longer than he should. Ravenstuk in then, so Ravenstuk I think is going to get overcut a lot. That might be bad news for Panto. I think Panto's going to lose out here.
Oh, it's not going well.
Yeah, Panto went at DRS then.
Yeah.
Fittipaldi rejoined in 4th position.
Yeah. Well, yeah. He was about 13 or so seconds ahead of, like, everyone. Basically, apart from second and third.
I think the pit stops are shorter in this race with refueling
than
they were
the pit stops at Monaco are short anyway, so with refueling, yeah.
No, but without refueling yesterday, they were about 16 to 18 seconds.
They were
much longer.
They were.
Sorry, the total pit loss was longer, I think, yesterday. Maybe it's because it's a shorter percentage race. They adjust the pit loss. I don't know. Giacomelli.
I don't think it was though. I'm pretty sure they were quite short. They've always been short here. In fact, I don't think fueling. I think there's a good chance fueling probably does absolutely minimal in terms of amount of time added.
Okay, Mansell in.
Stop.
So Mansell's had one lap.
Can he get ahead?
The times haven't been good.
Yeah.
The sector time's actually been worse than Fittipaldi's, so he's not going to get ahead.
Well, his second sector was faster.
Was it?
Both.
Oh, sorry. Yes, I was looking.
Both sectors.
Well, actually, no, it's going to be very close. You're right. You are right. I was looking at.
I think Fittipaldi's going to. Oh, my game's decided to slow up.
Not seconds, but milliseconds.
Yeah, I think Fittipaldi will just be ahead.
No.
No.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And Basel goes past.
Crucially.
And goes past Fittipaldi, so now they're together again. Well, that's good. That's what we do actually want. We want them to. We want them bunched up for a fight for the win. Now, how longer do Jabri, Giacomelli, and I think they're just going to pit this lap, aren't they? Basically.
We'll see. I thought if you're 2 stopping, you'll go to about lap 30, and with the way that fuel savings working, it's probably going to be more like 32.
My question is who runs out of fuel again and what have you? Can't believe Laurent Redon is someone who's running in the top 10 at the moment.
Just after, 2 days after the season finale where Stommelen won the title, Lotus's team principal said to me that he thinks Nigel Mansell will be a championship contender in the Star Championship. I don't think anyone else thought that.
Not based on IndyCar, that's for sure.
Based off half a race so far, he's certainly giving it a ferocious go.
Well, we know whose opinion we have to scrutinise for saying that they weren't very good. Him and Nakajima, by the way. But maybe that's just the function of knowing that there is better people out there who are not in this series.
Well, Fittipaldi was pretty lowly rated by some, and he's just about to lose the net lead of the race, but he has been...
Well, he was definitely... I think that was a definite correct low rating, because in Formula Junior he was absolutely nothing. He would get pole positions and just bottle wins all the time, compared to his teammate.
Well, maybe that's what he's doing today.
Well, I don't know yet.
Beloff's fallen behind Vizelle somewhere, and I can't remember when that was. But Mansell, Fittipaldi and Adam are all now...
Well, they were similar, weren't they? Vizelle pit a lap earlier and was back up behind him again, and Beloff had run out of fuel, so that's not surprising at all. Beloff started falling behind people.
Adam on the boost and he's clearing off. Adam, well, I think we're seeing a lot more aggressive and actually
that's a mass amount of boost usage
than we were.
About half of it's gone.
He's equal. Yeah, but he's equal with Beloff. Beloff is half gone.
Yeah, I know.
Last season the boost usage generally was all in unison, and it was all pretty much redundant.
It's pretty funny where Ravenstuk now is. He's absolutely on his own.
He's miles behind Salazar, yeah. But only 20 seconds. The whole field last season would not have been covered by 20 seconds. Aston Martin would have been 40 seconds off by now.
I can't really. There's not really a lot. It is quite interesting, I must say. This is a more interesting Monaco race for start than. Well, apart from the rain-affected one that Amon should have won, is all I can remember, really.
Last week was relatively interesting, but yeah, the one Amon should have won was fantastic. But Adam is now giving a go on Vizela. Sura passes Boisel.
Here's Adam behind Vassell. Jesus.
Yeah.
He's fine motoring, but it's a bit late because he's going to be heavy again.
But I don't know when.
Well,
I think he's going to pit on lap 28.
I think he's going to pit earlier than most of these people, or be the same lap.
Yeah,
despite going.
They're all going till lap 30.
Despite going like 2 laps and a lap longer, so it's going to just.
I think actually.
But he should be on for a good points position based on just his pure pace.
Yeah.
So it's going to be the best result for Aston Martin for a while. So. Unless they run out of fuel or something.
Well, given their 2 best results are 4th and 10th.
That's the thing as well.
Points finishes ever.
Will anyone actually run out of fuel?
It's no bar.
At the end
on the
of
last
the race.
lap,
yeah.
I don't think they will.
Because they're going a lap longer, they should have more fuel, shouldn't they? They should have too much.
Way too much fuel, yeah. But I think what we'll see is a reaction to this
ahead of Mansell again.
Fuel in future races. I think we'll see a reaction of people running their cars lighter in future races, and then we.
Yeah, I did think he was going to do that. I thought he was going to go to. He was going to be earlier than these guys. So.
Yeah, so if he goes until lap 35, then it'll be 2 9-lap stints. We'll see how it goes, but it's probably not ideal for him. I think
this is becoming quite interesting, I must say. Bad news of Beloff. This is becoming.
Yeah, I think Chabwie's in the real lead.
Well, let's see. He was quite honestly something to behold in Formula Junior last season. He won the first opening 6 races of the season. He only started losing the championship lead to another man in the championship because of some unattended strategies and setups and whatever for the races. But he was clearly the man of the series last season for the Alfa Romeo team. And is now at Techno, who have won a championship, of course, with Alessandro Lanini 2 seasons ago. Yeah, they couldn't win they couldn't win the teams because, of course, they didn't have a good enough driver alongside them. Yes, Siffert was not good enough.
Well, Siffert improved a lot from his first season.
It's basically been kind of it is a straight swap between the two, Chabwie and Siffert. He's gone back to
I don't think it's the last. I think we'll see Siffert in this championship again.
Possibly.
But we shall see.
You could see the man who won the Formula G race yesterday, Jerry Burrell, back. That's the rumour. Anyway, Giacomelli
Nakajima passes Fittipaldi.
Look at Vassell.
And Mansell.
This is just the effect for Beloff being more heavy, isn't it? He's only a lap heavier than Vassell, and Vassell's just cleared off and is nowhere near these guys who are basically fighting for the same
How has it happened?
Positions.
What in the world has happened so that Adam and Ravenstuk are now together on track?
God knows. It's absolutely bemusing. This is where they usually are.
This whole race is bizarre.
I think this has gone quite sour now for Adam, being so. He's still going to be okay, top 15, 10 maybe, but that depends on how long these guys go.
I think he'll make a lot of time back. If they pit on lap 30, they're going to be.
But look at someone like Bassell. Bassell's going to keep going on for quite a long time now, and by then, he's only 4 laps younger. In terms of his pit stop lap is only 4 laps before Adams. So, I mean, is Adam really going to gain all that time back up? He's going to start losing more continuously.
He's going to have to gain his time right after these guys.
And if he's doing the extra stop, it's going to cost him as well. Because the tyres are not going to make a difference.
When these guys are running, 14 laps.
And for some reason now Beloff is actually ahead of these guys again. For some reason he's now back ahead of Mansell, Nakajima and Fittipaldi as a group. Can he get away from them is the question, though, because Vassell is now...
Fittipaldi's very slow. Fittipaldi's not quick.
Yeah, he's
falling away from this group, and he's actually falling to clutch at Panzer and Redol.
Yeah, this is a vintage Fittipaldi thing at the moment. to be quite honest with you. From pole position, I should say. He'd only ever won one race, I think, in Formula Junior at Spa.
He needs to run longer.
He was on pole for that.
He needs to run his first stint longer.
Yeah. Perhaps, but this is going to form, I think, as Jack and Many closing in on... I think that must have been boost. Yeah, it was. Jabou's got quite a nice position here in terms of his boost.
Jabou's got an extraordinary... I think Jabou's the favourite to win this race now.
Well, out in clean air, yeah.
Tekno's last win would have been in Yas Marina 2 seasons ago. It would have been Siffert who won it, not Nannini.
No, you're right.
Only ever won 4 races in history Tekno. Oh, I tell a lie because Pansto won 2 last season.
Oh, yes, he did, didn't
so,
he?
Hungary and Azerbaijan.
I'm surprised he's still in the championship, to be quite honest with you. There's not much else left to prove, really. He's a race winner, but he's not a guy who can win the championship.
No, Jabou seems to be doing that.
Perhaps, if Mansella was going to leave RWB, or be sacked, they should have put Pantano back in to see how he faced against Chiva. Having been in RWB before, and not stayed very long.
Indeed.
I think he was only there for about 3 races.
He did that extraordinary qualifying that way, but it's 7th on the grid in Brazil and was about half a second quicker than everyone else on the same tyres. And then did nothing else. He finished 16th, I think, in all of his races. Yeah. Returned and then scored the most points of anybody in start.
I wonder if Beloff is now... Yeah, I think Beloff's now finally part of this again. If he had not had that trouble earlier on, he probably would have been coming up to Jabouille. That said, he's used a lot of his boost to do that and get away from them. But
yeah, I think every single team is going to have to be taking a
serious
look at their fuel numbers. Fuel numbers, they're going to be taking a serious look.
Well, some of them are. Some of them are.
Because I
Jabouille's
think
in.
that a lot of people. Giacomelli doesn't run out of fuel.
So Vassell will take the lead.
Yeah, because I was pretty sure.
Can they undercut? Sorry, overcut them. Can Vassell get into second or first with a? Well, it depends how long he's going. Actually, he might go 2 laps longer. He might be in the lead.
They're going to have 14 laps worth of fuel on board now, at least, and.
Where did they come out compared? Look how far ahead of the Aston Martins they are. Though. Oh, that's not good for
Too far ahead.
Oh yeah, the good thing for Jabouille is he's got his extra boost to get back ahead of the very slow Salazar, but will be stuck up behind possibly Guerrero unless they're just quicker based on the fuel. That said, he's using a lot here. It might just get him stuck behind people.
Adam's on the boost. Adam is right on the back of Giacomelli now. He's got the same amount of boost, I think, and he's about 9 laps lighter on fuel. I think Adam's going to clear Giacomelli immediately and then start making progress. But Adam's going to make another stop. Giacomelli doesn't. But this is where he's got to make the time because Adam is about 9-10 laps.
Can you believe it? Nakajima is up here fighting.
I'm not quite sure why or how that's happened, but it's certainly interesting.
Is he perhaps?
If they stay out, he's going to get.
Because look where his teammate is. He's flying.
Yeah, Salazar was way too heavy.
Possibly, yeah, but
he ran the longest.
But
him and Guerrero really suffered by running too long.
Yeah,
it was actually longer than the tyres could do either.
Well, I would say that, but then again, Salazar was has been
Nakajima's about to get freight
rather off it for about a season and a half now, potentially.
But yeah, but last season he did get a podium at Baku, and Ferrofade he scored.
Yeah, he was the better Ferrofade, that's for sure. But Vassell was a rookie.
37 points to 9.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mansell's ahead of Nakajima, Fittipaldi's behind, so Fittipaldi's going to make the move, and he does make the move. Beloff's going after Vassell, but Vassell's got the boost. As Jabouille and Salazar battle, Adams past Giacomelli, Sierra's last again, but he will have to stop again, and Ravenstedt will, so I think Ravenstedt will be last. Aston Martin, for all of their flashes at the front today, I think actually might end up
with nothing.
15 to 16, yeah.
Bad news for Giacomelli though, being stuck up behind this guy.
Oh, surely they can't lose out to Salazar. Well, we'll see. Vassell's been caught by Beloff.
Yeah, that's expected.
There's too much going on in this race. Everything's all.
It's interesting though. So, will it be interesting at every round though? Is the question. Is it interesting in a good way as well?
A mess.
Okay, he's fallen a bit
It's
behind in the second
I
sector.
think the single tyre rule is interesting, and I think that's what's making it interesting.
Possibly, yeah. Oh,
I
Vaselin.
think. Okay,
Oh,
Vazel's in.
Nakajima. Oh, that's
And Nakajima
unfortunate.
out of fuel.
Yeah,
That's
that's
very
really...
bad news. That's gonna be
That means
curtains.
Redon's ahead of him.
Yeah, and Wilson.
Yeah, many
That's gonna
people would be.
curtains for him.
Yeah. So Beloff goes the extra
And
lap.
Mansell past Pantano.
Pantano will be going longest here, won't he? Possibly. Well, sorry, no, Mansell and Fittipaldi will be. But I meant of the guys who were coming in earlier, who were off the.
Yeah, I don't think Mansell Fittipaldi will be going much longer.
No,
So Adam's back up
and
to
Jabri's only about 8 seconds or 9
Nakajima's
seconds behind.
Sierra.
So
Nakajima has suffered.
you would say Jabri's going to gain more from when they stop and he's out in front in clean air than they are going to gain from when Beloff and Panther are in.
But bear in mind that Maurer did have problems with fuel in their last stint.
Yeah.
So Beloff could.
No, I just mean compared to Jabri. Jabri, when he's clear and out in front, is going to gain more than Mansell and Fittipaldi are going to gain here.
Yeah, I think Pantano's tyres are cooked. They're absolutely finished.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're absolutely finished.
That said, Fittipaldi's using boost.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I think Beloff
Can
will
Mansell
be in
get?
this
Well, if he's not, can Mansell get into the DRS?
not.
He's not.
Or not. They're not in. They are not pitting.
Boisel's in.
Boisel in. So Boisel's the earliest in.
Mansell did
And Mansell
get,
does have DRS.
but he won't get past. But he might get past just in terms of overtaking. Up the hill. So Jabri's now
Beloff
in.
is not good at defending. Beloff's weakest asset is his defensive driving.
Yeah, it is.
So
He loses the position. Jabri still can't get away from Salazar, but it's not what he did.
Boisel and Ravenstuck pit. Boisel's in actually a decent position here, relatively.
Well, it's quite far behind his teammate though. He's got Giacomelli all over him.
Yeah.
And Giacomelli now boosting.
Giacomelli. Yeah, I think it's about 4 seconds between the two Project 4s, but they are 10th and 11th. So Beloff is now really struggling, and Mansell. Is Mansell going to win? Is it going to be a second Monaco win in 2 seasons for Scribante?
You wonder.
Well, obviously Jabri does hold the net lead of the race.
Yeah, it's whether he can
Must be remembered.
produce the times needed.
I think he can. I think he is.
Well, he's using his
I think
boost again.
Jabri's going to win this.
Yeah, he's going to be about 9
Will
seconds
Beloff
behind
run out
again.
of fuel?
Yeah, he does.
Beloff out of fuel. Beloff.
Yeah.
Bad news. Very bad news. And Guerrero's going to have the same thing.
I'm surprised by that. Obviously, they're going later and later, aren't they? Because of this is just bad.
They are all running far longer than they. And Mansell's in as well. Sorry, we missed that. Mansell. So
oh yeah,
Mansell running the longer.
Okay, yeah.
And could he now overcut back ahead of Mansell? Guerrero is going to suffer the same fate as Beloff of running out of fuel next lap.
Indeed, and Adam once again running in the top 5.
Salazar's still going. Salazar in 4th.
Yeah, he's got good pace as well. Not compared to Adam, but he's got good pace. Like, he's in this.
I don't think he's got good pace compared to anyone. So he's got terrible pace compared to the rest of the top 5.
Well, he was up behind Jabri earlier on until Jabri just used his boost, so I wouldn't say he's got terrible. I think everyone else is just boosting, aren't they?
Run out of fuel. Of the 5 drivers who've run out of fuel in this race, or 6 if you include Fittipaldi. Giacomelli is the only one who's really recovered anything, or Fittipaldi if you include Fittipaldi, but he ran out.
Yeah, most of them are just running in the back now, aren't they? Ravenstuck is 30 seconds off the lead now. Ideal.
Yeah, but it's about to become 20, I think.
That's still not very good.
No.
Still.
Adam's going to be in this lap, I think. Adam is going to... So Fittipaldi's in. Does he run out of fuel again? Because if he runs out of fuel... Guerrero's out of fuel, so...
Yeah, I don't think we'll get the message.
Guerrero's going to be last.
I think it doesn't display more than 2 messages at once on like.
And Adam and Salazar. They're
so
all
we don't even know.
The top 4.
I could probably look after
Jabri's
the
going to
race.
lead.
It's Jabri.
Yeah. It's going to be Jabri wins this, isn't he? He's comfortably ahead.
He's only 4.2 seconds ahead of Mansell, though, and Mansell's going to the end.
They're all going to the end. There's no way anyone else is pitting. all going
Can
to
Jabri do that on tyres
Yeah.
and fuel?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I mean, Guerrero's been running 18 lap stints.
Fair. Well, let's see. Let's see
Yeah.
if he could do it.
No, I don't. I think we've seen the last pit stops.
Okay.
And it's a very bizarre order that we have. Jabri leads, Nigel Mansell, Christian Fittipaldi, Bruno Giacomelli, who is somehow back in this, despite his earlier troubles, Rainer Wiesel, Giorgio Pansino, Raul Boisel, Laurent Red on Stefan Desiree Wilson.
Red on 8th, though. That's a fantastic performance.
Have we mentioned him at all?
I say it's a fantastic performance. His new rookie teammates are running 3rd and he's 8th, but yeah. He was running a bit longer than him, but even then.
So, can Mansell close?
If only Beloff was here. If he had not run out of fuel, he really would have been... once again, Desiree Wilson being part of the top 10, it just disgusts me incredibly. Because she's absolute shit.
Back-to-back podium finisher last season.
But she is absolute shit. That is just the case. She absolutely sucked compared to really overweight drivers. But anyway.
Yeah. Giacomelli passes Fittipaldi for 3rd. Someone's on the boost.
Only briefly.
No, it's Fittipaldi.
Yeah. Okay. Can Mansell produce any pace compared to Jabri?
No, he can't. I think that debate was settled a long time ago. He can't.
It's going to be second.
It's going to be Jabri winning.
So
Mansell's going to be second. Yeah.
Yeah. I think I've been proven correct about Jabri though. Even if he is on the different strategies compared to 2nd and 3rd, but
yeah.
I mean,
to be fair to Giacomelli, the guy who's 2nd on that strategy did run out of fuel, and that did cost Giacomelli quite a bit of time.
Perhaps, yeah. I think when Jabwi's out in front, clean air, he's a demon. That's the thing, though. When you get drivers like that, they're really useful in this series.
Oh, someone's boosting. Is it Giacomelli? I think it's Giacomelli.
It might have been someone else. Yeah,
he doesn't go ahead of Fittipaldi. He doesn't go ahead of Fittipaldi.
He's going to be ahead of him anyway, so...
He's going to get DRS, yeah.
Yeah, he's going to get a lot of DRS as well.
It's going to be... It's a battle between...
those two.
11 drivers for the top 10 positions, because Sura is...
I think Giacomelli should remain 3rd as long... Well, depends really, doesn't it?
Wilson passes Beloff.
Yeah.
I mean, we say Beloff if only he was at the front, but his pace isn't really particularly spectacular.
Well, it's not going to be good when he's stuck here, is it? It never is.
No, but he wasn't clean air the last lap, and he was not really any quicker than anyone else in the top 10. Apart from Wiesel, who's actually the slowest man.
I think most people have been using boost though, so that would be the case.
I also think that Beloff will be more overfueled than other drivers, but there's going to be certain drivers that will be more overfueled than others.
I think by evidence of just his pace earlier on, I think him being at the front would be a good thing. Totally. I think there is no disregard in that. But anyway, can Fittipaldi get back ahead of Giacomelli? He's nearly fallen out of DRS.
Jabri may have... I don't think Jabri's running long enough that his tyres are going to cause him any problems. And even if they do, he's got 4.5 seconds over Mansell.
Indeed.
Johnny Adams closing quite spectacularly on Mark Sura and the battle, and he's got the youngest tyres.
And there's Pantano up behind Wiesel. No one's close enough. I think Pantano should...
I think the drive that Adams put in today warrants a point. Beloff is clearly way too heavy or got some other problem. Because he's struggling. I think Adam deserves a point for the drive he's put in today, but whether he gets it, that'll be a different matter.
Doubt it. He's not working with anyone.
A lot...
And they've all got
post-mortem for each and every team is going to be...
Guess who's at the back of the field?
They've all run
Unfortunately.
Salazar or Ravishnik.
Unfortunately, it's Salazar. He's 4.1 seconds behind the Croatian Ravishnik, who's only slightly behind Guerrero, and then Nakajima, who's going to get absolutely nothing for this race.
Yeah, he's driven well, Nakajima.
Yeah. This is just an absolute downfall for everything. I must say, I do question the driver choices for the team recently. Even if they've decided to be proactive and change the radar chassis, it's just not going well.
Boisel arrived fairly highly rated in Formula Junior.
Yeah, he did. He did do very well in Formula Junior. That said, he had started out well in Formula Junior as an underdog, but as soon as he got into the big leagues against Mauro Baldi, he did not perform that brilliantly. Even in the season he did beat him in the championship, I think it was only once and won like about 2 races. It wasn't very convincing. And you could say there was factors against Baldi, who's turned out to be quite a gem for Arrows in the AIC, and is, I think, fairly getting a high rating from people based on some qualifying performances in the last season and a bit. But anyway, Jabouille's extending his gap over Mansell. So Mansell's got no replies. Giacomelli has probably now cemented 3rd place, which is going to be quite amazing. Considering he's running presumably heavier than Fittipaldi and others. Although everyone's cars are quite different.
I think everyone's got. I'll have to see.
No, it would just be based. No, but it's not just that. It would be based on the fuel economy and so on as well. So they won't even.
Sciurra passes Belloff. Sciurra might rest.
So even if Giacomelli has had more fuel than he probably actually needed for this last stint, yeah, it's probably not having much of an effect as Fittipaldi's using the remaining parts of his boost to try and get back into 3rd place. It's not going to work though, because Giacomelli's just going to be ahead of him. He's quicker.
I'm trying to think who will be happy after this race. Jabouille and Mansell will be happy. I don't think Giacomelli will be happy because he could have.
Vassell will be happy if he can remain 5th.
Fittipaldi won't be. Yeah, but with Vassell's the champ. Is he the championship favourite? Highest returning driver at the most successful team?
No, because he's never looked like a championship contender. He's only looked like a very good, solid runner. He doesn't do what he needs to. The best thing is said last season was that Vassell, in terms of his consistency. No, but the Chevron team basically said that's what we wanted at our team. So he couldn't even do what he couldn't even be consistent at Chevron. He only has bursts of great performances, like he did in those 2 wins for Chevron. At Hungary and Hockenheim.
And he's yet to win for Project 4.
And that was 2 seasons, wasn't it? And then he moved to Project 4.
Yeah.
So,
to win. But I think he was in the top 5 every race apart from the first round, which was Monaco, where he finished 8.
I must say, the teammates he's had have probably been quite a shit selection. Mostly. Anyway, Jabouille touring around. Well, he just lost. Well, he was nowhere near to Stomlin yesterday, so he was second.
Not a surprise given how they are developed. But anyway.
No, well, yes, but I think there is a good reason to believe the Pies clearly is a very lucky boy to have that seat, really.
Oh yes, it's all down to Patrese disappearing. Adams closing on Belloff is not going to be enough.
No.
Sciurra's done very well, actually, to rescue what he has.
And now Wilson
very well.
Is Belloff going to somehow kick in late on and get back into the top 10?
I don't know, because I think because Belloff's run longer and then run out of fuel, I reckon he's running to lap 48. I reckon
he's got Adam behind him as well.
Yeah. I think Adam's more likely to score than Belloff. I think Belloff will when they drain.
Well, the problem now for Belloff is he can't get into the top 10 because Wilson's got DRS, so it's not going to really happen. He does look quicker. He's looked quicker than he has in previous laps, though. So I think the effect is starting to wear off, but it's just way too late.
I think given the talent offset, Wilson will lose the DRS to Sciurra, but
possibly.
Giacomelli's giving it a go at Mansell, but he's not really doing it.
Yeah, it's too late.
Fastest lap of the race impelled by Ravenstuck. So
it's Pantano, though. He can't get close enough to Vassell. And Vassell's in the DRS of Pantano as well, but that ain't going to do anything. It's just, there's not really a lot going on. Oh, yep. There is a definite chance Belloff can get ahead of Wilson. Wilson might use boost to react to what Belloff did in this lap, but I think Belloff is quicker anyway.
Oh, Boisel is here. On the back of Pantano. Pantano passed Boisel a few laps ago, but Boisel passed him and gapped him.
The crucial...
And Boisel takes the position.
The crucial thing there was that
I love
Pantano
Nick
lost out the
Wilson.
DRS to Vassell rather than Vassell coming up to the back of Pantano because he already was behind Pantano.
So,
Anyway,
lap 43. It's the last time anyone might make an accidental pit stop.
well, thank God Wilson's
the,
not going to score a point. Hopefully. Anyway.
I think Adams has deserved a point, even though
He does, but he won't get it. So that's unfortunate for him. Yeah, Beloff looks quick. Yeah, I think Beloff's got past the early struggles of that stint now, but it's too late. It's way too late. It's cost him massively. He would have been up there. This is just, a shame for him because he's clearly way better.
In the battle for the top 5.
He's clearly, yes, but he's clearly the man who can do it up at the front. He can do it even with his defending deficit. He can do it, but he can't when he's having these constant problems.
Vassell was 4th. Vassell's going after Fittipaldi
Yeah.
for 4th.
Fittipaldi's struggling.
Yeah, but I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, I think he'll just be far enough ahead. I think Vassell's going to get DRS, but it won't be close enough.
Well, actually, I think he is.
Oh, okay, yeah, he might be. I don't think Fittipaldi will react with boost as well, because I think he's got enough. No. Is he quick enough, though? Or will he use it late on to get back past just slightly? Well, this is...
bad news for you.
Yeah, Wilson's in the points. Unfortunately, something's happened. I think Shearer used his boost. He did. Oh, thank God.
It is the last lap. Mansell's decided he's going to mount a
and
late
Fittipaldi's
charge,
decided to use his boost here.
It is undoubtedly too little, too late for Mansell, because
Maybe on the
although
back,
he's way faster now.
Yeah.
Mansell is way faster.
The good thing here, and the only good thing is that Beloff passed Wilson. But anyway.
Adams not close enough.
Anyway, Jabwi touring around the last few corners of this last sector. To back, then the swimming pool chicane. And then only Raskas and Anthony Nogues left for him. From a first win on debut for Techno. Emulating, of course, Alessandro Nannini, who went on to win the next 2 and then didn't win another single race, I don't think. But won the championship. And Jabwi wins the opening race of the season. Mansell second. Giacomelli, is he going to be third? Yeah, 4th. Fittipaldi 5th. Vassell 6th. Vassell 7th. Pantano. Redon 8th. 9th. Shearer. Beloff will hold on to 10th. Thank God. Wilson 11th. 12th. Adam 13th. Nakajima Guerrero 14th. Ravenstuck and a rather lonely Salazar in 16th, which doesn't spell good news for the new Reynard chassis at Fairfield. It's not going very well for him. But anyway, Jabwi takes the win.
The march that Fairfield abandoned is on the podium in spite of running out of fuel. I think Giacomelli would have won that if he hadn't run out of fuel
potentially
at his first stop.
Yeah.
But I think once the teams adapt properly to this new rule set, it will become better, and it will become... I mean, that was certainly an interesting race, but I think people were running much longer than intended. We had people running out of fuel, and I think the most
odd thing is Redon being in the points. Honestly.
Redon did absolutely nothing.
Yes, he did. He hasn't done really well up there at all compared to his team. Different strategy, but even then, there's been 2 stoppers higher up, so... Well, 3 of them. Vassell, Giacomelli,
it's a shame for Aston Martin to have failed to have scored, but Ravenstuck at least brought them the fastest lap of the race.
Good result for Adam, though. It'd be encouraging. Because that's Adam. It's 23
the pace was encouraging.
It's a 23
pace
talent.
Is certainly
I know he's got a lot of experience and what have you, and trained as such, but...
He's started every single race in this championship.
Yeah, I know. It's, they need a driver. Presumably Smoky Rubber or someone like that would give them another one, like they did for Ravenstuck. Which is why they need to be named before they're sold to Aston Martin, so that they're not creations. But anyway, Jabwi does take the opening win of this season. I don't know how the team's championship looks, but we obviously know what the drivers is because it's just the race result.
It will be Techno with 30. Techno of 33. It'll be 18 for Scribante, 18 for Project 4, 17 for March, 16 for Supernova, and a single point for Maurer with Fairfield and Aston Martin yet to score.
Indeed, but as we are following along with the AIC calendar, we'll be at the Hungaroring next weekend for round 2 of the championship to see if the form continues. It's been a rather interesting race, but until then, goodbye.